That's probably how you poach an egg. I've never poached an egg, but I understand from my father's efforts when I was a child, there's quite an unusual process if you're not a regular poacher of eggs. If you don't have the right implements at your disposal, it's a very delicate procedure where you have to get the egg out of the shell but keep it intact, but teach it how to swim in boiling water, and then you simmer it, but don't overboil it, but don't underboil it. Don't let it get too cold or too hot. And then you sift it out with I don't know, presumably some sort of implement. Probably doesn't matter what you sift it out with. I'm sure a spatula would be fine. Although I'm not. Why am I saying I'm sure a spatula would be fine? I've absolutely no idea how you poach an egg. I've no idea. I think it's something to do with putting a raw egg onto water and floating it and cooking it like that. But I don't know. And if that's the case, surely if I'm boiling an egg inside its shell, that's poaching an egg. I'm just doing it inside a shell. I understand there are gadgets you can get, an oval-shaped thing that you put the contents of an egg into and put it in the microwave, and they call that poaching an egg in the microwave. So surely you can poach it inside its shell. I don't see why not. If water is necessary, I presume you can inject water into a hole in the shell. Presumably you have to just make sure that the water is lighter than the contents of the egg, so the water goes to the bottom. So inside the egg, I presume you get an egg that's not fully developed. The contents of the egg haven't grown to fill up the whole space inside the egg yet, so there's still some empty space where the water can be. So you inject the water, and as long as the contents are heavier than the water, the contents would have to be lighter than the water, so they'd float on top of the water inside the shell. And then they'll cook delicately like that, but they'll still have the protection of the shell to protect them from everything except the boiling water they've just injected into their fetus area. But apart from that, the shell will still be there to protect them every inch of the way through the poaching process, right up until you inject the boiling water right into their womb. And then it'll still be protecting them then just from everything except the boiling water. The contents then are floating on top of the boiling water. Now, presumably, if the egg contents are so immature that they haven't even grown to fill up the whole eggshell yet, because that has to be the case because there needs to be space for the water, then that means they probably haven't grown very heavy yet either, so they'll still be light enough to float on water. So that solves that problem.